Hola amigos, this is Level 12 and today we are going to be talking about my first convention. Now, last week I went to this thing called BonsaiCon and it was really amazing and I just wanted to talk about it and share some of the cool cosplay pictures I took because there was so many cool cosplays. Like some people went all out and I felt a little bad because all I did was find a shirt from Goodwill, find some pants in my closet, and buy a wig. Oh, and some shoes because I cosplayed as Nier, but one thing I always have an issue with my cosplays is that I don't put my wig cap on right, so I gotta fix that before I cosplay again. It was a mountain of things that I've realized went wrong, but whatever. At the time, it was good. Anyways, so this is a little review. I don't really like calling it a review because I've only been to one. How much can I review of one convention? But anyways, I only went on the last day, which was Sunday, so they only had like 4 to 5 things going on. Well, I mean, at a time, they only had 4 to 5 things going on every hour. In total, I think they had like 12 things going on that day. But, when I first got there, it was like an hour before the actual convention stuff opened. Like, the dealer's room wasn't open. Nothing was opened until 10 o'clock, and we got there at like 9. So we got our badges. We stood outside because it was cold out there, and it felt good because the room was so hot. At least to me, it was hot. My dad was very cold. Anyways, so once everything started going on, I went to this thing called the Otaku Flea Market, which was a really amazing place. I don't know if any other convention has had this. I think they do, because I've heard other people talk about it. But, it's where you go in and it's where otaku fans sell things they don't want. And I bought, a few things from there. I bought a Miku doll, and I bought a bracelet. Actually, that's all. Later on, I did come back and I saw something I wanted, but I didn't buy it, which I wish I had, because now I kind of need it. But there was one dude there, I felt really bad for him. He was trying to sell his stuff, I think he was broke, and he was just trying to sell his stuff, but none of his stuff was really anime related, it was more just nerd related in general. And the one thing I wanted, he didn't have the DVD, all he had was the Blu-ray, and I'm like, I don't have a Blu-ray player, so no. And then the girl I bought the Miku doll from was selling certain types of manga. And I'm like, oh, I would buy these, but I don't want to be that type of trash. And she's like, I'm not going to card you. And I'm just like, ugh. And one thing, just overall, that I liked about this convention, I don't know if it happens at any other convention, but the people here were so nice. I think I said I was pathetic, I'm stupid, I'm all these terrible names, because I'm just like that. More than once, and every time I said that, the people were like, oh, you're not stupid, oh, it's alright, because this dude, I thought he was selling, the first season of an anime I've been meaning to watch, and I'm like, oh, I can buy it. And he's like, no, it's a game, and I'm like, oh, I'm an idiot, and he's like, no, don't worry about it. And I'm like, everyone here was really nice. I didn't, if you saw my schedule, I didn't follow it at all. The panels, all but one seemed really interesting. The one that I kind of looked at was young adult novels for anime fans, and I'm just like, and I peeked into that panel, and the books I saw on screen were like, oh, this pleb trash, because I don't know, I like horror books, and, anyways, but yeah, everyone here was really nice. My social anxiety at this convention plummeted to 0. I had none of it. I was able to talk to people. The only time I felt bad was when I accidentally ran into people, which happened a little bit too much. So for the 2 panels I did go to, the first one I went to was, How to Be a Voice Actor with, Chris Patton just kind of, crashed it, and he talked the most. Morgan Berry and Brittany Karbowski. I know some of their roles, I didn't really care for the roles they did, but I respect them anyway. But anyways, so the panel was fun. Something I liked about the panel was they talked about some crazy directors they've had, and the directors would be like, a little less gray, a little more gray. Okay, try black, when they were trying to make them do the characters right, and that was hilarious. And then they did something with the milk. They were like, oh, 2% milk, maybe skim milk. All right, chocolate milk. That was how they were. It was hilarious. And Morgan Berry was like, I thought that was only a legend, because she's only been doing voice acting for like 3 years. And this wasn't the panelist's fault, but there was a dude in there. I thought he was British. Instead of saying anime, like 90% of the people in that convention said, he said anime. And I was not the only one who got annoyed with that. Like, boy, it's anime, not anime. No one says it like that. The only people I know who say it like that are from Britain or Australia, and he was neither. I can tell you that. No one. I think the person who came the farthest was someone from Texas, and I don't know why, but anyways. The second panel I went to, a lot of the panels were run by anime fans. That was like this Banzai-Con's main slogan. Panels by fans for fans, and I love this panel. It was called Otaku Culture as Seen in Anime. The lady who did it was really engaging. She was really nice. She showed a bunch of anime series I knew. She had some technical difficulties at the start, but none of that was her fault. And she was just really nice. She engaged. Everyone here will try to engage you in conversation. It was amazing. I loved it. Everyone was so nice. And one thing that I will say, I kind of wish I spent a little bit more money at the dealer's hall, because I am not ashamed of this purchase. I paid $6 for a Russia keychain, and it's like Russia's entire body. He has his pipe, he has vodka, he looks amazing. The only issue I have with it is the hair. It's meant to fade, like the top part is meant to fade into like kind of a purplish, but it's all purple in the back, and his bangs do the fading thing, which that's the only issue I have with it. But other than that, it's like the perfect thing. I like told my dad, like, protect this with your life. And another thing about taking my dad there was a lot of people there who were really old, like they were 40, and I had no idea they were going to be there, and it was really, really weird and confusing. And there was one dude there. He was dressed as Satoko from Higurashi, and I thought it was just a girl. It was a 40-year-old dude dressed as an 8-year-old, and he worked there, so even if he didn't, I didn't really care. That was just a little weird to me, I guess. But anyways, that's none of my business what you do, but I will admit there was a lot more adults there than I had previously thought there would be, but whatever, man. I didn't feel weird. I just actually felt... One thing I realized about this convention is that if you're in a room full of weird people, no one's weird. Like, it's a really odd thing to say, but everyone here was cool. But back to the dealer's hall. I went on a tangent, I'm sorry. There was this $30 Edward Elric pocket watch, and I almost bought it. I was trash, man. I had $100 to spend there, and I only spent like 35 of it. I also went to a raffle. I did the raffle like 3 times, and if you got a silver ball, you got to pick whichever figure you wanted. If you got a blue one, you got a sticker, and I couldn't get the stickers off. Yeah, not a proud moment. But, also in the dealer's hall, I bought a Hitalia shirt for $20. I was gonna buy a tumbler, but a cup, they call them tumblers online, but it's like a travel mug. But all they had was, the Nordics, and I'm just like, I don't like the Nordics. So anyways, that's it for the story time. Nothing else really important happened. I got my picture taken twice by these people. But anyways, on to the cosplays. Now, I took more cosplay. Well, there was one girl who let me take her picture, but I could kind of tell she didn't want her picture taken, so she isn't on here. But everyone else seemed really cool with me taking their picture, so they're on here. That one girl, I'm gonna kind of not put her on here because she just to begin with didn't want to be on, so I'm just like, I'm gonna respect your wishes and not be a jerk. So anyways, on to the cosplay pictures and the short stories behind them. Alright, so this was the first picture I took, and I basically ran this chick down, but I ran a bunch of people down. Some of them I felt bad for because I followed them like through the entire length of the convention. Like, my dad was surprised how able I was to go through this entire convention, even though there was an escalator, which I hated the escalator so much. But anyways, this chick was Zora from No Game No Life, and she was really cool and let me take her picture, and I love the pose. She let me take her picture, and it was probably one of the best pictures I took because I wasn't rushing because no one was around us. If you're gonna take cosplay pictures, take it where no one is like not in like an intersection of a hallway, and just be calm when taking the picture. But she was really cool. Everyone here was really cool. Let me take their picture. Anyways, next is these two guys from Shimoneta. The title's longer. I'm too lazy to say the rest of it, which everyone knows it by Shimoneta. These people got stopped a lot, I think, because their cosplay is so detail oriented, and I can't believe the cosplay like police, because they had like a cosplay repair first aid station, whatever. I can't believe they got away with this, but whatever, they did. Anyways, the one dressed in predominantly black or nude. Whatever, I know she was being Tanukichi. I can't remember who the black-haired girl was, but I probably should because it's the main person, but whatever. I heard this dude trying to explain this anime to his friend. This was later in the convention, and the guy tried to explain it so seriously. I'm like, that's the right and wrong way to explain it, because Shimoneta is a comedy, but every time I hear it explained to someone else, or when it was explained to me, it's said in the most serious of way, and I don't know if that's just because that's just how it comes off, or whatever, but it's a comedy. Trust me, this anime is a comedy. You can't have an outfit like this and not have it be a comedy. And now we get into some of my favorites. Some of these pictures are blurry, and I'm sorry for that, and some of them have my thumb in it. I swear, I know how to take pictures. I was just excited. But these two people were cosplaying as 2P Canada and regular Canada, and we got signs on our back, and I'm like, oh, y'all are so cool. Y'all are so detail-oriented. I'm like, some people found really cool ways to make their cosplays really unique and really, adhere to the show and the character, and it was awesome. I lacked in that. The only thing I did when I had my picture taken twice was I twirled my hair like Nier does. I'm terrible. I'm cosplay trash. Trash. If I spent more money, I would have been worse. Trash. Anyways, and now here is Lithuania. I was so happy to find this picture because originally I either wanted to go as Lithuania or Latvia to this, but I didn't get cosplay in time. Also, it was expensive, but I do have a wig I could use for Lithuania. But anyways, besides the point, this person was really cool. She was in the group of the Canadas, and there was also 2P America, but I only saw her for like half a second, so I never got the picture, but whatever, her cosplay was really cool. Lithuania's was, anyway, and I got the picture, and it was really amazing. I felt really happy to get it. The only thing I didn't understand, because when I first saw it, I didn't know that was Lithuania because of the strap threw me off, and I'm like, the strap shouldn't have thrown me off that much, but it did, but whatever. But anyways, I got the picture of Lithuania. She was really cool. And I found this guy, and I thought his way for making the cosplay was really unique, because Cubey is kind of like a cat, and as you can see in this picture, you can like see the back of it. But in the front, like, how are you gonna like do the Cubey thing? Because Cubey's like really like an oblong shaped cat, and he found a really cool way to do it. I think he got like a scarf of Cubey's ears and did it like that, and he had Madoka and Homura in the pockets, and I thought that was really, really awesome. I love that. I love how he did his cosplay. It was really unique to get around something that wasn't human and make it human. I'm a nerd like that. And then I found this chick who, I don't know if she made her weapon or if she bought it. I don't really care. It was just a really amazing weapon. The soul was really awesome. I kind of felt bad that she had to carry that around with her the entire convention because she got there. I think I took this picture at like 11 or something. And she was there the entire time I was there. I didn't see her leave, but because by the time I left, people were in partial cosplays. But anyways, she was really awesome. I loved the detail, in her gloves and her hands and all of that. And it was just a really amazing cosplay. And she kind of actually, in the face, actually looks like what a real-life Mako would look like, which I thought was kind of cool, but whatever. And then I found my waifu. Oh my god, I didn't think I would see someone from here. I was just thinking, literally, before I saw this person, I was thinking about, I wonder if Mizuri is here, on the way to the convention. I was like, I want to see a Mizuri, and I did. And oh my god, her makeup is so good. I noticed, the first thing I noticed, other than, the amazing hair, was that her makeup was really spot on, which when I see cosplay tutorials, I never understand why people do makeup. Now I kind of understand, because it enhances the cosplay look. It makes the cosplay look better. Like, it doesn't make you look more like the character, it just makes your overall outfit look just stunning. And I love this person. I'm sorry I got my thumb in it. I felt so stupid. Like, sometimes I just don't know what's going on with me and the camera. Like, I didn't. And I meant to film, but I got too nervous. I wasn't nervous enough to not talk to people, but I was nervous enough to not film. But whatever, I got cool cosplays anyway. And then I found this dude who was cosplaying, I think, as an older Edward Elric or Hohenheim. I could never distinguish between that. But I said your auto mail is really cool, and he's like, oh, it's missing some parts. And I'm like, dude, it looks exactly like the thing. Like, I think he meant it's missing some parts where this hole is, but I don't know what else. But like, most of the auto mails I've seen are just like a sleeve you put over the hand, but this was like a legit auto mail thing with like metal and stuff, and it was really cool, and I really like this thing. It was awesome. Yeah, cool cosplays. And then I think this person's eyes is closed because I took the picture too early. I'm sorry, I didn't do this. This is probably the worst picture I took here. But I don't know if they're cosplaying as Honey Senpai or Tamaki Senpai. It's either or. I think it's Honey Senpai, because Tamaki Senpai's hair would be a little bit more perfect. Like, the bangs would be more straight, or you know what I mean. But I don't know what to say about this one. This one I felt really bad about the picture, but I'm like, it's such a good cosplay. I can't not include it, but whatever. I need to learn how to take pictures like a normal person. There was one person that was like, oh, you want to take a picture with me? I'm like, I'm too nervous for that. Like, most people do take pictures with the cosplayers. I'm just like, I'm too nervous for that. No. And then we found Kara. Now, I saw this person outside again, and my dad was like, go get her. I'm like, no, because, like, she ran back with, like, a suitcase, because I think they were carrying, like, their regular clothes in the suitcase, because I saw someone in her group was dressed as Mei from Overwatch, and, that person changed because their cosplay was really heavy. All the cosplayers must have been really freaking hot. My dad was like, it's so cold. I'm like, it is not cold. And this person was really cool. I love their cosplay. Was amazing. I love the hair. I love the cheeks. The shirt, the shorts, everything was just spot on. I was also thinking about going as Frisk, because that cosplay was only $9, but I'm like, I don't have the confidence to wear the shorts, so I didn't go as Frisk, but whatever. And then this dude I chased through literally half of this convention. Like, this is the exit. We were all the way on the second floor when I saw this guy, and like, he had to get his tickets and everything, and I'm just like, I'm getting it. So I followed behind him, like, saying "sir" really quietly, and then he realized I'm like, can I take a picture? He's like, sure. He put his mask back on. It was awesome. It's not anime related, but Slenderman and the stories and the creepypastas and all that was a big part of me integrating back into anime, so I really just wanted his picture. And I'm sorry if you hear a saw in the background. My neighbor is building like a treehouse or something. I don't know. I just know there's a saw been going on the past few days. Alright, so, not gonna lie to you, this person was also really good cosplay. She had Mario and Luigi slippers. So when I first asked if I could take the cosplay, she's like, sure. She was really excited, and she was like, I need something. I'm like, what are you getting? Your cosplay's perfect. And then she pulled out the Umaru game thing that she always has, and the first time I took the picture, I took it too early, because she had to get the hair out of her face, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, and she laughed, and she's like, it's okay, and I took it again. It was awesome. I love this cosplay so much. It's probably, again, one of the best detail-oriented, because I would have never thought to have the little game. I didn't even have anything for Nier. I was just strictly Nier, and I'm like, oh my gosh, your cosplay's so cool. Some of these people had really amazing cosplays, and I felt so out of my league, but then I'm just like, people still took pictures of me. Like, people, like, not to brag, but this one woman was like, oh my gosh, I got Elle, I got Misa, I got Light, I got someone even cosplayed as Ryuk, I was told in the first few days. And then she's like, I got Nier finally, and she just wished there was a Mellow. And I'm like, I'm so sorry, because there was another Nier there. I'm like, if I had been Mellow, she could have gotten all her pictures. And I'm just like, whatever. But that's what I worry about. And then these people got stopped like 3 times in a row, but their cosplays were just so good. Like, it was really amazing. Like, the first time I took the picture, because I have 2 pictures of these, they were standing normally. Like, Sans also had his hands like Papyrus, but then Sans was like, wow! And I'm like, oh my gosh, you're so cool. Like, I'm a nerd like that. I'm just like, thank you for nerding out with me and how these people act. And it was really cool. And I showed this picture and the Karo one to my friend who really likes Undertale, and she was like, that's so cool. I'm like, yes. I don't think there was anyone else from Undertale there. Anyone from Undertale I tried to get if I missed someone, that was just like accident, but whatever. And then I got this girl. I don't think she was cosplaying specifically anyone from Attack on Titan. She was just wearing the military uniform, and I loved how she got into the stance. Because I was about to take her picture with just her standing normally, but then she took the stance, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta get that picture. She seemed really excited for me to take her picture, and I was really happy, because, I don't know, I was just happy that she was happy that I took a picture, because I'm the same way. I was like, people want to take my picture, that was so cool. And then the first time someone asked to take my picture was near the end of the convention. I was trying to delete, because I did take multiple photos of some people, and I deleted the blurry ones, like some were really terrible. And when I looked up from my phone, this woman had her camera, and she was like, can I take a picture of you? I'm like, yeah. So I let her take a picture, and it was really, really, really cool. Anyways, that got away from this cosplay, but anyways, this person had a really amazing cosplay. Now, I don't know specifically who she was cosplaying as, but she was like, oh, a fellow albino. I'm like, yes. Either she's the main guy from D. Gray Man, because my friend told me that's the symbol from D. Gray Man, and I'm like, but she looks like Deckham from Death Parade, because that's Deckham's outfit. Like, the wig is like that. He wears the tie like that. He wears the vest like this. Aside from the yellow thing, I wore this for Halloween, and I thought it was Deckham, so it's either Deckham or the dude from D. Gray Man. But anyways, I had a good conversation with her. She was really cool. She was like, fellow albino. I'm like, yes. I'm like, oh, I love your cosplay. I wore it for Halloween. She's like, oh, same. I'm just like, oh, we're trash together. I didn't say that, but I'm like, you know, we're otaku trash together. It's really cool. And now this person had like a bunch of people take, I don't know if it was a guy or a girl. I can't tell. But their entire group wore the face mask, which I don't know why. One guy had a crutch, which I don't know. I was so nervous coming up to ask this person because I thought they got annoyed with the people taking their picture, but they didn't seem really that annoyed when I asked, so I took it anyway. But they were Levi from Attack on Titan, and I loved the details because I always see the fan art with Levi with the cat ears, and I'm like, oh, that's so cool. And I love the mask because if it is Levi, Levi has the mask, and for some reason I read there was a weapons policy, and I guess it was just for guns, but like they weren't allowed to have replica guns or whatever, but the swords were cool. So I think the swords were handmade. I'm not sure, but it's cool cosplay nonetheless. I don't really care how your cosplay was made. If it's not spot on, I don't care. As long as it's a character I know, I'm gonna take your picture. That's me, because I don't know how to cosplay really well, so I'm like, I don't have, even if you do know how to cosplay really well, who are you to judge someone else's cosplay? Anyways, and now we come to the last picture. This wasn't even a cosplay. This was just some dude in a shark onesie. And also, this is my lock screen on my phone currently. Just everyone who sees this picture is like, because that's how the shark looks, and it's so cool, and I love it so much. It's like one of my favorite pictures I got out of this. I love the shark guy. And this was right before I went to my last panel, and I was like, can I get your picture? And the guy was like, yeah, and he had to pull his head back and force the hood to go over his head. It was really cool. I liked it. He let me take his picture. I was like, thank you. And everyone was so chill, except for the one person I left out of this list who didn't seem really that cool with me taking the picture, but let me do it anyway. But whatever. That was all the cosplays I have. And so that was my first convention. I know this video was kind of tangent-ish, but there are cosplays. I felt like the majority of this video was cosplays of me just talking about how I ran people down, but whatever. Anyways, if y'all did go to BonsaiCon and for whatever reason I just didn't see you, I'm so sorry. I'm terrible. Because I know I didn't follow my schedule. I never went to the game room, and I stepped foot in Page Maid's library, and I was like, nope. That was, the Page Maid's library gave me a bad feel. It was too quiet versus the rest of the convention. I felt like I couldn't. It felt like the weirdness just was sucked out of that room, and it was whatever. But that was my first convention. I didn't really review it. I just talked about it. To me, it was really fun. I liked the second panel run by the actual fan more than the panel run by the voice actors, because the fan was like on a ground level. The voice actors were like, oh, we're voice acting gods. We know how the anime industry works. And I'm just like, y'all are cool. And I did learn some cool things about voice acting, but I'm too lazy to go over them. But, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe for more anime and otaku related content. Ciao, chicos!